Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Atlanta. Cordero Patterson to return it, bringing it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. Beginning on the ground with Patterson. And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Again, Patterson. And he'll take this up to the 30, a gain of 4.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Here's Mariota. He'll get this into the hands of Bird. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta. Handoff running left, Patterson. He'll get this up to about the 44.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going. And then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Down to about the 37. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Mariota. Pass complete to Bird out right here. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 14 yards that time for number 14.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
A shotgun handoff to Patterson. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
2nd and 5. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. Got a man, it's Patterson, complete. Touchdown, Falcons! Cordero Patterson from 17 yards out. And the Falcons get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 22. They start on the ground here at Sanders. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
Hurts throw taken in by Watkins here. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Throwing is Hurts. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football.
You got to know as a quarterback that's going to be tough to outthink this guy in the defensive backfield. He's been at it 11 years now, so he knows all the ins and outs of the position. He's in the right spot there to come up with the interception.
Running left, here's Patterson. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Hey, it's not the most spectacular play, but I think most teams will take that every single time for the first play of a drive. Begin the series with positive yardage and set yourself up for a very manageable 2nd down.
Here's Patterson again. And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Mariota. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. Patterson, he'll try it up the middle. He'll get this down to the 21, just on the edge of the red zone.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. He has enough for the first down on the keeper, a gain of 6. So that was all you're looking for on a play like that. Get the first down and keep the drive moving.
Yeah, it just looked to me like he just said to himself, I've got this. I'll take it. I'll pick it up, and let's keep moving. Get the first down, get a new set, and let's start over.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Josh Sweat coming in strong and dropping him behind the line of scrimmage.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
On 2nd down, here's the option. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Marcus Mariota, an 18-yard touchdown run. And the Falcons have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Now Younghoe Koo for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. Touchdown now. It's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their second drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something, and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it. And when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys step up and make big plays right now. They need something positive to happen, and they need for it to happen now.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Hurts. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. So finally, there's the safety blitz runs out there.
But the goal is to get back into this game. The offense is certainly moving in the right direction. This is certainly the case with one team needs big splash plays right now. But unfortunately, it's the other team that's getting them.
So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here, 3rd and long. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So 3rd down, and the Falcons going with a dime, 6 defensive backs. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
Man, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of people behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
That's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. Now Mariota. That's going to be caught by Pitts. Touchdown! Kyle Pitts, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Falcons will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Coup now for the point after. And it is now 21-0. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out.
This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, a full half to be played. From his end zone, here comes Patterson. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. It's the Eagles ready to see the football first, and they trail here as we resume action in this third quarter. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively. Virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game.
And Hurts is intercepted, his 3rd of the game. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football.
I certainly think that we're seeing the big reason why this team is struggling to put points on the board so far, because too many of their drives have ended in turnovers already. We still have almost a full half of football yet to play.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. A handoff for Patterson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
On first down, going back to Patterson. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. Hassan Reddick coming through with a stop there and a tackle for loss to boot.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go.
Second down, here's an option right. It comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose.
That was a big oops right there. But how about his ability to correct it? Loses the football, able to get it back himself.
Yeah, pounced right back on it, keeps possession. So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down. Mariota now. This is caught. Touchdown, Falcons.
Yeah. Turn me up. Yeah. Hey, check it. Okay, I feel unstoppable. Losing's impossible. Go against the team, the thing they know not to do. Bright lights, game on the line. Do what I gotta do. Time after time, we do the impossible. You ain't made it till you got stylers go out and shop for you. You ain't made it till they put on top of you. Parading through the city, the whole block come out for you. We just getting started, y'all finna see what we bout to do. Boy, stop, you ain't here, I'm the real truth. Hunters, real blues, trips on them still new. Shopping at Dover Street.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Baltimore Ravens and the Atlanta Falcons. Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And we are underway from Atlanta. Cordero Patterson to return it, bringing it out of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Patterson to start the drive. Despite a little power on the move, still tackled shy of the 20. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mariota trying to lay one up deep. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be right down at about the 30-yard line. Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years, and the arm strength still there, and he showed off on that one.
And we knew that they'd try to attack the secondary, but I'm not sure that we thought they'd do it right on the first drive of the game. But here they saw an opportunity, seized it, and it's a big play right off the bat.
And that one covering an even 63 yards in the air. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that, and here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game, and all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
There's the athleticism of Tyus Bowser on display, wrapping him up no problem. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Throwing, Mariota. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
They'll talk about a rhythm breaker right there. They've been moving the ball well. Drive it started beautifully. That one's going to hurt.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. This pass is caught by London. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short, and it's 4th down. They'll go. It's Patterson. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down.
Well, that's what's called being aggressive right there. But I don't know that it's reckless. I think it's much more of a message, hey, defense, I believe in you in case we don't get it. And offense, trying to let him know he believes in him as well.
I like it. Your first drive of the game in plus territory, be aggressive. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
Out of the gun, a run with Patterson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 3rd and goal, Mariota. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Olamide Zaccheaus, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Falcons are on the board first here this afternoon. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. Justice Hill. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Ravens. Well, there you go. They gave up a score to start the game, and as quick as they could get it back, they did on the return.
And people talk about this all the time, whether you're coaching it, whether you're trying to work on it, whether you're just trying to put in the minds of your players. Attack back as fast as you can after giving up a score. No quicker way than on a kick return.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Patterson going to bring this out of the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partners, a former defensive.
Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And the Ravens are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Mike Ford in on the tackle.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
They go play action now. Jackson. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. On the move past the 40. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. 7-7, our score after one. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. They'll get it to Drake running left. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. That's for Bateman, and it's intercepted. It's Eric Harris who picks it. And the Falcons are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. Well, he exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, they went out of the wrong pair of hands.
Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball, and that one was picked off.
Up to the 20.
That was a pretty good job defensively to hold them to a 2-yard run, but I've got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run, one that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Mariota to throw it. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes. That's going to be a 1st down. A good pickup there, 22.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. The CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but man, his first step is so quick too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Mariota. Zacchaeus here hauling it in. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is a receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
On 3rd down, Mariota. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So the defense able to force the interception, and the offense working their way to field goal range and able to get 3 out of it.
Yeah, and give them credit for that. They took the ball, maneuvered it downfield, and while they couldn't get exactly what they wanted, which was a touchdown, they did get 3 points out of it. So they paid off what the defense gave them. Both sides will be thrilled with that.
1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson. That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Now that was an excellent run, and when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job, and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes, so when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
On 2nd down, it's Drake. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he gets it down to the 32.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. On the counter now, it's Dobbins. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Facing a 2nd and 6 from the 8. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Now Dobbins again on 2nd down. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Jackson's going to try to sneak. Oh, he's brought down. And remember here, no timeouts left. They got to get to the line quick. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
Oh, yeah, good surge defensively. Sometimes you can just tell by the way a quarterback lines his feet up behind center. He's going to try and sneak it in. And they catch him here and stop him for no gain.
So it's 3rd and goal, and now the question, can this Falcon defense stand tall once more? Now they'll send a tight end in motion left. Third and goal, Jackson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage, after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
Tucker's kick is good. So 3 points on the board, as easy a field goal as you're going to get, but I can see you shaking your head.
I love that peripheral vision of yours, partner, because to me, if it's the 4th quarter and you're up 6, I get it. But now, even if you run and don't get in, you're still setting them up to go a long field, 98, 99-yard drive. How do you look at your defense and not give them that opportunity?
From his end zone, here comes Patterson. Well, a dangerous return man showing it here. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. And ready to get the party started for the 2nd half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. Not the way you envision things to start out the 3rd quarter. One play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how halftime as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the 2nd half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script did it have that result.
And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. Now they'll put a receiver in motion left. They'll try again. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown Atlanta. Cordero Patterson taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Falcons take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that makes it a 17-10 score. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. This offense returning out there, and really, you remember the last drive, Charles, it was over before it even began. They threw the interception on the very first play.
And what that means is for all these guys, it's been a while since they've been out there going full speed, so they've got to get everyone back out there, run a couple of your go-to plays, make sure you get your offense oiled up a little bit. They've got to be able to start fast, but they've got to be efficient as well.
Especially the quarterback. Oh, for the third time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. And the Falcons are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line.
I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 10 yards there and a first down for the Falcons. After he cleared the line of scrimmage, nice little hole developed.
Yeah, he got great blocking right there at the start. But how about his vision, finding the open spaces and letting his feet carry him to him?
Now a first down run is going nowhere. He's going to be dropped in the backfield, a loss of 2.
We knew both of these safeties were good in run support, but how about the play we just saw there? How about that closing speed? Able to get to the outside part of the field and turn that play into a loss.
On 2nd down, Ron Patterson. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. To throw is Mariota. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10. You think about it, that's a pretty important second-half field goal, Charles. That now stretches this to 2 possessions and really kind of ratchets up the pressure on that opposing sideline.
It certainly does, because that interception and adding a field goal to it, that puts them in firm control of this game right now. They're about one more big stop from putting this thing absolutely out of reach.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. On 2nd and 12, Jackson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Casey Hayward. This defense, Charles, coming up with another interception.
Yeah, that my Brooklyn, go see Chirac, Southside, C12, 911, grrr to the reality, we still outside. Mine on the richest, heart in the trenches. You can't throw dirt on the underground, we thrive in it. Ghana boys stocks on the rise, Charlie, this flex know they ready. See, we were not to ride nobody with, we're the ones who started with it. Translation, Yanni had to buy, Yanni had Yanni hits. This goes so hard, even the ops go with it, That's how you know we lit. Grrr,
no loss. We be the hottest on the scene. Gemstones from the dust. Big dog with leash. Where's the love in the streets? For my heart on the beat. See that blood on my sheets. Ready. Heavy. I zoom out the pride of my people already.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Atlanta Falcons. This one teed up, and we are underway from Atlanta. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Sanders to begin the drive. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles around the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
The last run got 6, now second and 4. They'll go again with Sanders. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 10 yards there and an Eagle first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run. And let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down. Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Hurts a handoff to Sanders. 2 yards the loss, second and 12. They'll run with Sanders up the middle. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
On a second and 1, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough courage to put themselves in a good spot on third down.
Going for it with Sanders. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. So a chance to breathe easier now. 1st and 10 after the 4th down conversion. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. And I think the ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a 1st down. They'll run with Sanders. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Hurts out to his left. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Jalen Hurts, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Cordero Patterson to return it, bringing it out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. First and 10 now for the Falcons, and Mariota at their own 21. They're going to start the drive here on the ground with Patterson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So from the 36 now, first and 10.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
To throw Mariota. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Elliott good with a PAT, and it's now 14-0.
Eagles 14, Falcons nothing.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away. Patterson going to bring this out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up first and 10. Cordell Patterson, the 40, 20, 10, 5, touchdown, Falcons.
There's no doubt that this offense was in desperate need of a quick answer, and they got one play, and they're right back in this game.
Because you got the sense if they stalled out here and then another score on the other side to make it a 3-score game, could have gotten nothing. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Isaiah Harden with the INT. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football. First and 10, it's Patterson. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Throwing is Mariota. He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
Eagles 14, Falcons 7.
So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. Now Mariota. And that is incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. I have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
A 51-yard attempt.
Koo knocks this one through the post. And they'll come right back down to 4 now at 14-10. So they get the turnover in cross territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they have the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard yards shy of there at the 24. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They start on the ground here at Sanders. And he's got some. There he goes, left side. The 20. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Well, the plan is to come in here and go toe-to-toe with these guys. It certainly does not hurt if you hit them with a big shout along the way, too.
That's got to give them some confidence. And the other thing right now, it quiets this crowd, at least for the time being.
Yeah, that is what is called the intended consequence of their actions.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. From his end zone, here comes Patterson. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
Take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Give to Patterson, running to the right. They find some open field here. Cordell Patterson. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Cordell Patterson with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Falcons are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point by Crew, up and good. And it's now 21-17. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the... He rifles one that's intercepted. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football. Before we came up to the booth, the last thing he said as we were walking out the field, we're going to play mistake-free football. They just went out the window there.
And you remember what you said to me when we walked up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into...
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown! Falcons have taken the lead. Koo able to connect on the extra point. That gives them a 3-point lead. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
For this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so.
Shedding the tackler, and it gives him some room. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A.J. Brown, 72 yards. And the Eagles have regained the lead. Hurts will throw. And that is caught for the 2 points. So they elect to pass there on the 2-point try. Sometimes could prove risky. There it worked out.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky, because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
And a good job here by the Falcons. Their hands team able to recover it. A second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things and it won't come back and hurt them later.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Mariota. That'll be taken in by Demir Bird. Touchdown! Demir Bird, 36 yards. As his guys have now moved out in front. And a nice job by him to catch the slant and then navigate and break free.
And receivers love slant routes because it gets the ball in their hands so quickly and oftentimes on the move. When they're on the move like that, then they get to use their best asset, which is usually their speed.
And their speed sometimes, like this instance, can take them into the end zone. And so they run it in on the 2-point try. And so often, Charles, we talk about from the offense's perspective what you do on the 2-point conversion. How about the defense? How do they play run versus pass?
It's really difficult for them because I think most teams want to play for the pass. That's what they see most teams do. And so are you able to mass enough people inside if the team decides to run it? Very difficult. I think what you're seeing a lot more now, people blitzing the 2-point conversion. They want you to make a quick decision and make it right now.
There, the offense wins the battle for 2. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now, but let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try and run forward with Sanders. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 122 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he'll wind up picking up about 4 as that is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning. Another run with Sanders. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. Play action. Here's Hurts. And this is caught by Watkins. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Shotgun snap, and then the give to Sanders. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Hurts. And he's going to lose a yard or 2, taken down behind the line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They'll try and throw for it with Hurts. Touchdown, Eagles!
Jalen Hurts finding A.J. Brown. And the Eagles will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. The call from Nick Sirianni. Let's go for two here, he says. They'll look to throw. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of two-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation, this time unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there in second down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. A right side run with Patterson. And they're going to be waiting for him as they get him behind the line. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. Patterson going to bring this out of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
Now he's able to break through 1 tackle, but it slowed him down enough that he could only manage getting back to the line of scrimmage. Looking to throw on second down. Mariota forced out to his left. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third. They'll run with Patterson. And this will be a Falcons first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. On first down, going back to Patterson. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. On second, here's Algier. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line.
Hassan Reddick in on the tackle. Brought down back at the 45-yard line.
Now Mariota. Oh, he's got his tight end pitch complete. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 29-yard line. A solid gain of 15 yards and the sticks move. A handoff for Patterson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mariota, and he fires one incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Into the hands of Bird over the middle. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
A gain of 8 there on the play, and they'll be left with 2nd and a couple. Throwing, Mariota. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they throw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
The defense stiffens to force 4th down following that 1st down gain of 8.
Young way through for the Falcons field goal.
Curry knocks this one through the post. And this game is tied again here in the 3rd. So they come away from this opening drive in the 3rd quarter with only 3, but it does draw even.
Yeah, that has to be job one, doesn't it? A touchdown definitely would have been nice. We know that. But here, you get back on even terms, and now you've got most of the 2nd half to try and get yourself into a position to win.
Well, this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And their 3-point halftime lead gone now, back to a tie game. But, Charles, I don't imagine that changes too much for this offense.
I would agree. I don't think it changes much at all, whether it's a 3-point lead or a tie game. They know they have their work cut out for them, and they were going to run their offense in the same vein.
154 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And they do get him out of bounds finally, but the damage is done. A big hitter on what proves to be the final play of the 3rd quarter. Back now in Atlanta. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Hurt's going to give it to Sanders on the option. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Now 2nd and 5. Snap will come from the 6. An option handoff given to Sanders. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple taking it from the 5 up to the 4. On 3rd down, they're running with Sanders. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Miles Sanders with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Eagles have broken our tie and have taken a 4th quarter lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. And boy, figure this one out. Leading here in the 4th, and now they're going to try an onside kick. And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. Yeah, you got to wait until that ball goes 10 yards. They did not. They hit it before, and that draws the flag every time.
And there's no doubt in my mind that converting an onside kick has never been tougher in the NFL with the new rules. So trying to get it to 10 yards, timing up perfectly, that's tough enough to begin with. But when you go ahead and grab it before it goes, you've got no shot then.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
26-yard line. 1 yard gain brings up
Here's Algier again on second down. Now they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. 10 yards there and a first down for the Falcons. On 1st and 10, it's Algier. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Tyler Algier, 47 yards. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. That time, finally, a measure of revenge as they get him down behind the line.
It almost felt like relief, didn't it? Because with the success he's had throughout this game, you'd almost expect him to get free and pick up 10 to 15 every time he takes off. Not in that case. That has to feel good for the defense.
Hurts throw here taken in as he's able to find Goddard. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. And get it 8 that time. That's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. That's a staple of this offense. Drag it out to the tight end.
They've been able to use his size to break up much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Throwing is Hurts. And that is incomplete. Defensively, mission accomplished. And now with under 3 to go, they may be the last team holding the football.
They may very well be the last team holding the football, unless, of course, you're facing a group that is really aggressive offensively and may want to take a gamble. But theoretically, you've done your job now. You should get the ball back on a punt, but I'd be alert for a fake.
They're going on 4th down with Hurts. He finds his man complete. That's Watkins. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 4th down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. They run with Sanders off the option. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Hurts going to give it to Sanders on the option. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.
He was brought down at the 45-yard line. A 4-yard pickup on the play. First down, Eagles.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Now, quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete. This pass rush, they've been excellent all game long, and another example of it right there in the closing moment.
Not only with the pass rush, but how well they're coached. Because if you don't quite get there, get to the quarterback, get your hands up into the passing lane and knock it away as we just saw there.
And this is going to be intercepted. Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie-down game in the 4th quarter.
Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back in Tennessee. Coach Major used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They need to get this around the 40 to have a chance to win it in regulation. From the 40, it's a 57-yard field goal, so that gives you a gauge.
And all they're trying to do now is pick up yardage in good chunks and get out of bounds to stop the clock. If they end up running a play and get tackled in bounds, they're worried the clock may run out on them and finish the game.
And they'll have to be careful how they handle this. On second down, a run with Patterson. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
Third down, here's Patterson. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Now Mariota. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Eagles are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. The one side gets an interception, but their defense comes on the field and picks it right back up by getting a pick of their own.
And I think you saw the same thing that I did, Brandon. As he ran off the field after making that play, we saw his quarterback seek him out and offer a personal thank you to bail him out a little bit as the offense takes the field.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. Hurts sets up to throw it. That is caught. It's the tight end Goddard. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play. An option handoff given to Sanders. Down to about the 22 here. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. Right now, everything resting on the right foot of Jake Elliott. His first attempt of the afternoon, and it's for the win. And his kick is indeed good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. And you know, in an era of cost-cutting and maximizing your roster, this is a club that does not skimp on special teams. And in these situations, it pays dividends.
And that's great vision by the organization. When the difference between winning or losing depends on who you have kicking the ball, would you rather have a street free agent out there or a solid pro like this? Answer's pretty evident to me.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Here comes another drive from this unit, and Charles, they're coming off a costly mistake on the last possession, an interception in a game that is very close right now.
Well, as we know, they all sting no matter what the situation, but in a one-possession game, that'll hurt a little bit more. But this is an excellent opportunity to make up for it on this drive. I just don't expect them to try and take huge gambles to make up that momentum in a hurry.
Well, it took us until the final play, Charles, to officially decide a winner, although on that last play,